Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna and I am a 4th year 3rd grade teacher in North Carolina, and I wanted to share my mornings with you all. I typically wake up around 7 a.m. and there's a very slow start to my morning. I would say they last from like 7 to 10. So this is kind of a collection of all the different things I do. So you saw that I made coffee, had my breakfast, got my water ready for the first half of the day, got my greens ready, and now I'm going to sit down and do my makeup, and I thought I would just kind of talk through it. So I'm just putting on this serum that I have been trying out. So lately I've just been doing my makeup with what I have because I do have a ton of makeup. For those of you who don't know, I'm very similar to Kim from Elementary and the Mitten in a way, because we both started YouTube with beauty channels. Mine is since gone, but I just used to have an obsession with makeup. And so I have a lot of different things to choose from. Some days I'll put on an actual moisturizer, some days I won't. But, you know, my face is not looking so cute right now just because it is that time of the month. It was doing really great for a while, and actually I wanted to talk about why, or part of the reason which I think is why. So my greens. These are the TEAMI greens. And yes, TEAMI did contact me and ask me if I would like to try these out. And to be honest, I jumped on it because it really fit like my lifestyle choices right now. And some of you have been sending me different Weight Watcher YouTubers to take a look at. And this one I was watching would take greens every day. And she talked about how it like helped with her digestion and things. And to be honest, I have trouble with that. So I've been interested in it for a while. So when TEAMI contacted me and it wasn't about tea, it was just about either their protein or their greens, I'm like, yeah, I would really like to try them because I had been thinking about it. And I have drank them every single day since I got it. They sent me the tumbler as well, which I'll talk about after because the greens are really my focus here. When I got them, I was expecting like a green juice flavor. Like I used to make green juice in college and it would just taste not good at all. It would taste like vegetables. Just think of like celery juice and spinach and a weird texture, and I don't know, I expected it to be, and I've had green juices like pre-made in a bottle before, and they just have this weird taste to them that I was never a fan of. So I was extremely nervous about that. But this has matcha in it along with 16 other superfood ingredients. And the matcha is the standout flavor, let me tell you. So if you are not a fan of matcha, this probably won't be for you. But actually right before social distancing started, I got the matcha colada at Dunkin' Donuts. I know like Starbucks has similar things as well, but that is what this reminds me of. And it's just so interesting to me because it doesn't taste like you're drinking vegetables. It tastes more like you're drinking like just matcha. So I have really enjoyed it. It is something that I do look forward to every day, and I truly believe has gotten my body a bit back on track, to be honest, because before this I was struggling and I didn't change anything else. So I wholeheartedly believe that this has something to do with it. Now my skin was looking flawless the other day too. I wish it still did, but you know, hormones. I will say the texture is a bit weird. I used it like my protein powder at first, where I would just mix it with 8 ounces of water, which is like about to maybe here, maybe a little less. And it's very chalky, okay? So just be aware of that. Honestly, it didn't bother me, but it bothered my friend. However, since I've been filling up my water all the way to the top, the texture has gone down. So I think it's dissolving more. I think you need more water. It still has that like chalky, it's very faint though. And I don't know, I kind of like it. I said in my video the other day that like I really enjoy texture. So I have tried this a few different ways for y'all because I was just curious. I've tried it with almond milk because it does have that matcha flavor. So I'm like, ooh, matcha latte. That was good, but since I'm on Weight Watchers, the milk would be a point and this is a point. So mixing it with water, it basically tastes the same. And I've just been mixing it with water and that's really been my go-to. I did try it in my protein shake with oatmeal the other day. So I mixed it with almond milk, protein powder, oats, and the greens. And since you can taste the texture of the oats from the blender, it took the texture away from this. So, but if you're a texture person that doesn't like texture, like you probably won't like the texture of the oats. I don't know. If you blend it in a smoothie, which they do suggest, then you definitely won't taste it. But I think it's different for me because in college, like I literally blended my own greens. I didn't have a juicer and that was chunky and gross. And this is like nothing like that. And the taste does not remind you of vegetables. I don't know. It's really something you have to try out yourself. But another thing I wanted to say was the other day, and this has happened lately, and like coffee just doesn't do it for me anymore. And then like I have to keep drinking more coffee and then I just get too jittery and like anxious about it from drinking too much coffee. However, since this does have matcha in it, it is caffeinated and it's more of a natural caffeine than coffee. And let me tell you, I was so like not about the day the other day. Like I did not want to do anything. I was not feeling motivated at all. Then I drank my greens and it just boosted my mood so much. And that's why I drink it in the morning, because like it gets my day started and I just enjoy it and I look forward to it. And like I said, it's just really helped with getting my body back on track. So I'm hoping that helps in my weight loss because now I'm finally getting my food out of me. I do have a discount code for 25% off if you are interested, which I'll put on the screen now and it will be in the description. You can get 25% off if you want to try this with me as well. I have been drinking it every single day since I've received it. It has been, I want to say 14 days now, and I definitely don't plan on stopping. Like I said, it's like helping me feel better. If you do end up ordering it to try it out or any of their other products, let me know on Instagram and I want to know your guys' true opinions on it. Now, as for the tumbler, let me talk about this thing. First of all, they have so many colors to choose from, which is awesome. I kind of wish I got the pink one. I like this one too, but then I saw the pink one and I'm like, oh, I should have went with that. It's funny because I totally had a dream about this last night. I think I would totally use this at school, like at lunch, as a boost, not replacing my meal. Like this is not a meal replacement at all. Like this to me is like a coffee replacement almost. But you know that like end of the day slump, like I would totally drink it around then if I hadn't drank it in the morning. The cool thing about this tumbler is it has this little section in the bottom. My friend was talking to me and he's like, oh, I would put my vitamins in there. Now, I don't take vitamins, but if you do, that's a place to store them. What I would do is I would put the greens in here and just bring this to school. That way it was ready to go and I could pour it in. Because this is, let me see if I could take it off. This is a double wall tumbler, which means you can put hot or cold in it. Now I have not tried hot, and I'm sorry, I should have tried hot, but I will update you guys. So it is double insulated. However, I did take it to the park the other day. It was about 80 degrees outside. I was there from like 3 to 5 maybe. My ice had melted. I had ice in this and it was warm after the 2 hours. So unfortunately on the cold end, it doesn't keep it in there like a metal tumbler or water bottle or something would, but it does have that feature. I have to try it out with hot stuff. If you noticed, it does have this mesh wire insert. This is more to prevent your tea leaves from coming into your mouth, but you know how a lot of like protein tumblers or shaker bottles have that little shaker ball inside? Well, this doesn't have one of those, but every time the powder and the water smashes against that mesh screen, it helps break it up. So I mean, it's neat. And then the top just pops open, and I do mix it up in here, obviously not when it's open, and I haven't had any problems with spilling. So let's talk about the wrist strap, because when I first opened this, I was like, that's kind of annoying, it's in the way. However, I will show you a picture here. This is actually when I was out at the park the other day. I had so many things in my hand, and this wrist strap actually came in handy. Now it is super small, so if you don't have a small hand, it'll be difficult to put it on, but it came in handy. So I do appreciate the wrist strap. You can take it off if it really bothers you. The one thing that I wish this had was one of those, like, I want to call it like a ruler, but like a measurement system, so you see how many ounces of water you're putting in, because that is something that my other tumblers have, and I wish this had that. So hopefully TEAMI will add that to the product. So if I had to say go spend your money on one thing, I would definitely try out the greens, because you can drink them in any container. This is a super cute container that you can get to match any color, but there's other things out there. So that's my honest opinion on that. But I have been drinking it in there. It's kind of become my greens container. The reason I said I would put the powder in the bottom container is because of the double insulation not really lasting. So I wouldn't want to have my greens prepared to drink throughout the day, because if you're in warmer weather, it does actually get warm, and to me it's gross when it's not cold. So I like mine icy cold, so I would just put a scoop of ice in, pour my water in, take the bottom off, pour my greens in, shake her up, and I'd be ready to go. So yeah, I will obviously keep you guys updated on how that's going. Make sure you're following me on Instagram so you can see my updates there, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried a product like this before, if you have any favorites, if you're interested in trying TEAMI. I'm curious, because it is my first experience with drinking powdered greens, but I'm loving it so far. Other updates, let me think. We are officially ending online learning May 29th. That way teachers have, our last day of school is typically the first week of June, or first or second week of June, depending how the calendar falls. But we're doing report cards a little bit differently this year. We're not doing grades in all of North Carolina, I believe. We're doing all this standard-based feedback. So that's going to take us, I would say, longer than an actual report card. So they're giving us the beginning of June to be able to do that. I do get to go into my classroom next week. One day I have to start packing up my room. Ooh, so I'm going to try to take you guys along, so make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss that. Those, I feel like, are my videos usually that people are most interested in, is my classroom setup and my classroom cleanup. And honestly, it is my favorite thing to do. I love organizing, and it's bothering me so much that I can't be in there every day to do it. It's also bothering me that I haven't been able to get my eyebrows done, because for the first time in years, I had gotten them done consistently. I get them threaded, but you know, that's not an essential thing. So I have been tweezing them every now and then, but And I'm sorry, they're power washing today. I'm not gonna do any eyeshadow today. I feel like my face makeup freshens up my face, and then I'm just gonna throw on some eyebrows and mascara always. I like to get ready for my day because then I don't feel so bummy and lazy, and it puts me in a better mood. So what is your least favorite makeup product to put on? Because my least favorite makeup product to put on is mascara, but like I feel like it's essential because like the difference is insane. And this isn't any fancy mascara. I do naturally have long eyelashes, but it is my least favorite thing to put on, but it changes your whole look drastically. It's definitely a necessity. And I think since it's the very last thing I do, like I try to rush through it, and so that's when it gets sloppy. But I don't know, I just feel good right now. Guys, I'm not even kidding. Like, I want you to remember, I don't know, I get so many comments from you guys saying like, thank you for being so real, and like you appreciate me and all this stuff. Like I do feel more energized. Like, I don't know if you've even noticed, but throughout this video I feel like I've just gotten more life. We're gonna go to the other room because now it's loud in here. I feel like they're cutting grass everywhere I go. I'm sorry. I like to get ready for the day just to feel put together, and I have been creating different videos for my kids here and there. Ignore my bed sheet in the background not functioning properly. I also just started using Flipgrid, which is really cool. So for those of you that have not been Zooming with your students or are not able to, I did not want to Zoom. I don't know. Just the thought of being live with children and their parents, and it just gave me a lot of anxiety. So I chose against Zooming, and I have been posting videos, but my kids wanted the video aspect because they do have siblings whose classes are Zooming, and I mean, I felt bad. So Flipgrid is really, really cool where you post, you can choose the time length of the video, but I've just been using 1:30 because that's what it's set at. And I like say hi to my kids, I ask them a question, and then they get to respond with 1:30 video response themselves. And then they can see all their friends' responses and I can comment back to them. So I think I'm going to start incorporating that every day and do like a little morning meeting type question. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. That is something I was working on this morning, but that is another reason that I just get my face a little bit presentable. My hair is okay today. Yes, I woke up and it stayed like this. I usually shower at night after my workouts. I'm not a wake up and shower person at all. Like, it is not my jam. But then from here on out, I usually spend my time on the couch checking in with my kids. So if you have not seen my day in the life of a remote teacher, I don't know what I called it, teach with me, click here. That's basically what I do with the rest of my day. While I'm eating my breakfast, I'm typically on Class Dojo, sending messages to, or responding to parent questions, messaging parents, things that I need, posting a little message to my parents and kids in our class story. I'm checking our Google Classroom, making sure everyone is ready to go. And then I typically start tracking their work. So I go on to Live on iExcel, as well as my iReady dashboard, so I can see their lessons in progress, because those are the two sites that we are currently using for our kids, and I monitor their progress there. And I have a few who start their work in the morning, but then a few who start it a little bit later. I swear they're doing it on purpose now. They're walking back and forth. So I have a few who get up early and do their work and get it through right away. So I go on Dojo and give them points for that and everything. I also have a video all about how I'm using Dojo, so I'll link that here too. I think the important thing is in the morning, just not sleeping in. Just get yourself up, get your day started, have your breakfast, have your greens, if you so choose, and get yourself a little bit put together. I'm probably gonna wear this for the rest of the day, let's be honest. I do have a meeting I have to go to at 10 though, so I'm going to get ready for that. It's just my PLC Zoom meeting, but this is how I'm gonna show up because, you know, we are rocking the lounge clothes here. Let me head out and do that, and hopefully I will be able to have you guys join me in my classroom next week. So please make sure you are subscribed. Please make sure you hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video, because I wanted to try every other day, but I'm not with it yet. Don't forget to use my code down below if you do want to try out some greens, and let me know your thoughts on them. Be honest, please, because I mean, everyone's into different tastes and flavors and whatnot, so I'm just interested to see what you think and how your body reacts to them and things. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and being positive. I just feel good today. I'm happy. Also, just things are good in my personal life right now. So, all right. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.